What's up? This is Rap Hits, and so Rowdy Rebel has spoke up in defense of King Von, and he's saying that Lil Tim shouldn't have did what he did in that situation, and so this has caused a lot of controversy now because now Bobby Shmurda, he's speaking up, and it doesn't sound like he thinks Rowdy should have said that, and then Rowdy saying he stands on what he said, and NBA Youngboy kind of got in the mix and was talking a little stuff about it, and then so basically we're gonna talk about this. So look, here's what I think is basically with Little Tim jumping out the whip and slumping over King Von like that. I'm not so sure I agree with that because I'm a self-defense type of person too. All right, but you know, it's certain situations for that, especially if you're a legal concealed carry person. It's like, okay, you can defend a friend in a situation where, you know, it looks like their life was in danger to stop the threat. Okay, but the threat usually should be a life-threatening situation. So was this a life-threatening situation for Quando Rondo is the question. Now, security doesn't have to just go out blasting just because a situation happens. That's just kind of ignorant. So for a lot of the rappers and the people saying that they support what Little Tim did, I mean, look, I'm not so sure that situation called for. I think I agree with Rowdy Rebel. Because Rowdy Rebel saying, well, Rowdy Rebel said Little Tim should have just had the blick out and kind of got Quando out that situation. I don't think that either, because once you point a blick at somebody, once that pipe is being pointed at somebody, you are a threat. So I don't agree with that logic, because as a legal concealed carry type person, you would have to know that once that blick gets pulled out, you know, it's fair game. So, but what we see with police and stuff is every time they pull out a pipe, they don't necessarily shoot it. They don't necessarily every time pull out a whip in to shoot. Like, they sometimes give the opponent a chance to surrender. Now, that takes a lot of courage to do, because I know in a situation that's like, you can't really have no pipe pointed at you. That's a situation where I would feel that's a serious threat. Anytime a pipe gets pulled out, that's go time. So the thing with the King Von situation is there was no pipe out yet. From what I looked at on the footage and from what I've been hearing about the situation, it looks like King Von had a one-on-one with Quando Rondo. There was no weapons involved at the time. It looks like Lil Tim jumped out his whip to save him, because he's saying King Von's crowd was running towards Quando and King Von in the middle of the street fighting. That still doesn't justify blasting at anybody, because look, when a fight happens, a one-on-one fight, usually a crowd forms. You can't say that crowd was gonna jump in, and they probably wouldn't have. How many times you see something like that happen where a crowd comes and then they're all coming to jump in? That doesn't usually happen. Usually the crowd is forming to watch the fight. So granted that it seems like it might have been mostly King Von's people, so that made it look like, I guess, they was about to jump in. But I don't know if that's justifiable as a threat. That's why Little Tim got locked up. If it was a shut and open case open and shut case where it was clearly self-defense, he wouldn't have been charged. So this is a gray area for the legal system where I guess they want to hash this out in the court system to really figure out what happened, because it's not a clear self-defense case. Like, everyone's trying to justify what Little Tim did. A professional security probably would have had gotten that situation resolved without anyone getting shot. Like if King Von had professional security, or if Quando had professional security, they probably, there's a chance they could have secured that situation without any shots fired, because it was a one-on-one fight. Okay, to me, it looks like the first time a pipe was pulled out was when Little Tim jumped out the car, and it looks like he just got the blasting to get Quando up out of there. Like, he saw them fighting, and Quando was getting it handed to him. Quando was losing bad, getting beat up with a fist fight. Most people wake up from fist fights. That don't usually take nobody out. Usually fist fights is they don't resolve, well, they don't result in a casualty. So looks like Little Tim's thinking was, let me just stop this right now. He saw the crowd coming, and he said, let me stop this. Let me shoot. He figured he was gonna slump over, fire at King Von, and get Quando up out of there to safety. And I'm just not so sure I'm justified with that. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. But look, King Von had a lot of karma, it sounds like, coming his way, because it sounds like he might have been a shooter. It sounds like he was responsible for multiple bodies, almost like a serial killer or something. So maybe he just had what he had coming to him because of what he put out there in the universe. That stuff's important. What you put out can come back and get you. So maybe it was just his time from, he had to pay the piper for, if he really did almost get to double digits, maybe that's just what he had coming back to him. You can't go around just doing that. Usually those types of people get dealt with eventually, whether it's from the universe or whatever. It comes back around a lot of times. So if you're taking out innocent people, that's just what comes with that. But as far as this particular situation, I'm not so sure this was a situation that called for any guns to be pulled out. I think when the gun got pulled out, that's when the shootout started. From what I've been briefed on this situation, if Little Tim never hopped out that car with the pipe, this might not have ever turned into a gun battle. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This has been Rap Hits. I'm gonna leave links if you wanna make sure you subscribe to Rap Hits here on YouTube and like the video, and then also I'm gonna leave links to raphits1.com so you can go there for the latest hip hop and free email newsletters and stuff like that. So I'm up out of here.